What's going on, boys? So as you can see, I'm growing out my hair here. And last time I grew out my hair, I was not on finasteride or minoxidil, so I was actually losing my hair. It was like way up here, the hairline. And I kind of want to see what we can do with it. You know, I don't have any interviews or anything, so that's kind of the plan moving forward. So we're going to see. Hopefully I don't look like a little kid, so we're going to get it trimmed up and looking good as we continue. But excited about that. I'm going to be shaving this. But I want to talk about death, and I was actually reading this passage here, which is quite interesting, which kind of relates to what we talk about. And it says, "For we must all appear before the judgment seat of Christ, so that each of us may receive what is due for the things done while in the body, whether good or bad." And another translation here says, we're going to all be held responsible for our actions, purposes, goals, motives, and the use or misuse of the time, the opportunities, and the abilities that we each have. So let's break it down just a bit, because one of the biggest things is once you're dead, boom, it's gone. Okay, I'm going to a funeral on Saturday with a guy, or for a guy who I would refer to as somebody who could have been my grandfather, you know, the way he talked to me, the way he gave me advice, those kinds of things. And I didn't honestly think he was just going to be gone that day. So I urge you guys to enjoy every moment and to keep pushing forward. But let's just break it down real quick. This is just something that was on my mind. Before we die, we need to be right with a lot of different things. We need to have done our purpose. Okay, God already knows when you're going to die. He already knew you before you were even born. Okay, so that means what? It means you have a purpose. And I need you guys to find it. I'm so tired of, I'm 40 years old and I don't know it yet. You're running out of time, bro. God's not going to let you live for 500 years and then you're just going to like find it one day. Oh, I get it now. It's too late. So that's massive. All right, when we find our purpose, we're going to become the man that we need to be, the leader, the guy who's going to leave the legacy for your family. All right. After this, what else? Our goals. What is our goals? And what is the motives behind those goals? So, for example, is your motive to have a Rolex watch and a Lambo and $1 million house so you can sit there and flex how cool you are and look like a retard? Or is it to actually help people? And so for me, these kind of videos, I don't know if you guys can notice my passion or whatnot, but like I love to do this every single day. This isn't something I'm going to burn out on because I enjoy it. Before, I would just make these videos and not post them because I had a little bit of imposter syndrome. I was like, this isn't for me. I don't know if I can do this. You know, what if someone laughs at me? Or I don't care. I don't care anymore. And once you get older, you really don't care. And so some of you older guys that want to go after it, you guys probably don't care at all what anybody has to think. You're just trying to really figure it out for yourself. And maybe you thought that you were supposed to go down this path, and all of a sudden you were like, you know what, it didn't work out. And so maybe you're lost right now. And so I get that. And so take some time, pray about it, you know, figure out what your gifts are. Okay, that's what it talks about here, your opportunities and your abilities. The abilities just means your what you're good at. Like for me, I love flying. I love talking like this. I feel like I'm a very deep person. Anybody who knows me basically is always like, wow, I feel like I've known you for years, because we can really relate to each other. And not just because I like to learn about a lot of different things, but because there's something about it where I really like to get down to the psychology and to why is this person like this. It was always very interesting to me. But yeah, your motives, your goals, your purpose, and your actions. Okay, did you sit around and play video games all day? Okay, I had roommates every single year in college that would do that. And okay, cool. But what this is saying right here in 2 Corinthians is literally that you will be judged on everything you do. So if somebody goes and murders somebody and then at the last second accepts Jesus, sure, they may go to heaven, but they're certainly not going to be at the top of the list, right? For everything they did wrong. So the point is, and then if they didn't accept it, they're definitely not going to heaven. But the idea here is we will be judged on everything we do. So let's do it 100%. Let's max it out. Let's try to get an A in the class versus just passing, right? I mean, unless we're just absolute losers, then we can just get by. You know, we were just an average student, right? We just got by. No, like we always want to push it to the highest limits. Like, I was always mad when I got a 98 on the test, and I know I could have gotten 100. So when we can push it to our highest limits and live at a higher standard than the rest of the world, guess what? We're glorifying Him, Jesus, God, and you're glorifying yourself because you are an ambassador. This is why I like to look good, right? Dress well, treat people well, have good virtues with patience and love and kindness towards people, holding the doors open for somebody, you know what I mean? Like, just being nice like that goes so far, you know, because the rest of the world doesn't care. And that's okay, because, you know, if they don't find it one day, you know, they're going to be judged for everything they did. And so, yeah, you know, if it's by grace that God forgives you for everything, which is awesome, but we got to keep pushing that limit so we can say one day that, hey, Lord, I did everything I could. And so that's why I squeeze time now. I feel like I wasted a lot of time in my past, especially the last 5 years with an imposter syndrome. But, you know, we just keep pushing it to that next level. And it's okay to feel like you don't deserve it. There's always somebody better than you, bro. Who cares? I really don't care anymore. If someone's better than me, awesome. Applaud. You know? But you're your own person. And so no one's actually better than you. Because guess what? No one is you. So how could you possibly compare that? It would just be a worldly comparison. So keep that in mind moving forward, guys. Just a mindset hack. Just something I was thinking about, you know, because once you're dead and it's over for this life. And that's why, as Christians and people who believe in Jesus and stuff, we have hope that there will be more than that. And if you look around, it's pretty obvious that there's some higher power. So keep that in mind, boys. Not trying to turn into a pastor or anything, but it is something that guides me and is like one of my foundations. So that's why I like to bring it up a lot. Just moving forward, you know. So anyway, boys, in a world full of fakeness and deception, like I always say, keep dominating your realities, becoming the best version, the best man you can be, so that one day you can tell God, this is what I did, and to glorify you, and to glorify my family, and to be an ambassador, and to help people along the way. So keep that in mind, and I'll see you guys in the next video.